Hey guys, it's Lee. I'm back in the shop again today. So today what I'm doing is restringing weed eater line. Now this is on a little bit older weed eater, probably 6-7 years old. The head on this weed eater is, that age. Now the newer ones, I got some of those too. I'm not doing those today. Those were a little bit easier, but this is kind of the more old school, harder, but I know there's tons of them still out there. So I have a Craftsman weed eater. Now for one, I'm going to tell you why I have a Craftsman weed eater. Now Craftsman, Ryobi, gosh, somebody help me here. Troy Bilt, and there's probably another brand. They're all identical, and they all have removable ends to the weed eater shaft. And I'm going to show you about that. The weed eater that I'm referring to, this is fairly new. But right here, the end, you've probably seen them that way. The ends come off. So this is what we're working on today. This is a little bit older. We're going to take it apart and I'm going to show you about it. To me, it's a little bit harder. That's a newer style head. That's probably a different video. But see, this right here hooks into the end of that weed eater shaft, as this does. So I can swap these out if I need to. But look at here. This is why I keep buying these weed eaters. I got a blower, I got an edger right here, I got a tiller, right there it is, a tiller that all goes on. Years I've just accumulated all these attachments. No, I don't use them much, but if I need to till up a little place in the garden or whatever, I got that attachment. I got a good weed eater head, or this, it's a Craftsman head that will run it. I got a blower. Of course, I got a couple blowers, so I don't know if I'd ever use that one again. But I got them, so I have to keep a good, right here, what I was showing you earlier. I got to keep this running nicely, just because I got all these attachments down here that operate. Seems like I got some more around here, and I don't know where they are. Oh yeah, I got a chainsaw attachment. This chainsaw attachment too. And it goes on the end of it. I got an extra pole to make it long, and I've used those things. I got a chainsaw, and there might be something else around here, and I can't remember. But anyway, now, Craftsman weed eater, that is strictly residential use. They're kind of cheaply made. I'm not trying to shoot it down or anything. You get what you pay for, and that didn't cost much. Now I have this Echo weed eater down here. That'll probably be another video later. That's mid-range. It's not commercial, but it's a nicer residential probably. But back to this, what we're doing is going to put the weed eater line on. So let's look at the weed eater head we're doing right now. Making sure I'm in view of the camera. So this unscrews. This part comes out, and this is what the inside of it looks like. So if yours looks like this, and what we're looking for, can you see it? Let me get something to point here. Hey guys, if you like videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to see if you can see right here. Let me get a little closer. That's where the weed eater line goes into. So you'll push it in there, and you'll have two different lines. So right here in the background, I got about 10 foot of line already cut. You need to go, we'll just do this side here. So we'll push it down in there and wind it around. We don't want to do it too tight, but we want to, not extremely tight, but you want it just snug in there. And I'll show you about that. All right, so here we are. So what I'm going to do is there's only one set of holes here. I want to make sure you see it. There it is, right there. And I'm going to go on this outside edge first, because when I wrap all this up, I'm going to lock it in on one of these grooves. And if I did it on this side, then I'd have to cross that, and I couldn't do it. Does that make sense? I'll show you. All right, so pushing it in there. Now you can feel it go in. It's kind of, see, look there. That's just in that groove. So now we're going to wind it up. This is, I'm guessing, I didn't measure, but it's probably 5-6 feet of line that I cut. And it's getting kind of tight there, but let's keep going. It's not too much. I'd rather do too little than too much. So what we're gonna do, I'm keeping it tight. I'm gonna push it right in here. Come on, get it. All right. So now you can see why I wanted to do this spring edge first, because if I'd have done it over here, I'd have had to cross that. So, okay, so now let's do this other side. All right, so that's the end result. And I did cross over here just to lock it in. Now it's kind of tricky. I'm gonna try to zoom in on it, but I'm gonna stick this one through one side and the other one through the other without it unraveling. You know, that's kind of the trick. So zoom in here, see how I'll do. So it's gonna go like this. Go ahead and stick this one in here. Gotta keep my finger on it, keep it tight. Get the spring on there. And I'm unhooking the other side, keeping it tight there. Pulling it through. Push it down on there. I think I've got both of them on there pretty good. Free moving. I'm gonna go ahead and hurry and screw this on, holding it down. All right. Don't want it to see it's good free moving. All right. Not a whole lot to it. You know, the hardest part to me is, you know, putting it back on the spool without everything unwinding. But I got it here. Let's get a close-up look like right here. Of course, you know, that's going to cut that down to size. They'll even out. I might take my scissors and cut that even. But I'm going to stick it on the machine, see if it works. If you don't know how this goes in, hopefully you can see this. Pretty simple. I'm just putting this in here. There's a little pin here that goes in this hole right here. You see that? You just tighten this up and that's it. That's really, and all these attachments do that. That's why I like keeping this. Multi-use. All right, let's get her out close up. That's the pin I was talking about. Now you can put that pin here and have that head shifted on its edge. If you wanted to do down a driveway and wanted to shift that down, you could turn that. That'd been fine. All right. All right, so I don't normally weed eat in my Crocs, but this is a test. That's it. You know, so this is an older school, Troy, Bilt, Craftsman, Ryobi. Those were the top three I can think of that are kind of identical. This is a little bit older. If you go buy one today, it's going to be like the one I had in my shop, and we'll do that one on next video or another video when I'm ready to do it. But anyway, so if you see the two holes separated by the, you know, groove, stick them in there. And like I say, on this one, you know, some might be different, and you could Google exactly the size, I guess. But mine, I'm guessing, is probably 6 feet long, maybe 7 feet, something like that. But hey, if you like mowers, if you like doing things yourself, working on things yourself, weed eaters, chainsaws, I got about 7 garden tractors in here that I'm always doing something to. I mean, there's something always needs service, repair, whatever, and I'm always doing it. Sometimes I buy things and fix them, and so it's just so subscribe to my channel. Remember, if I said this, but public service announcement: when I weed eat for real, this is just a test. When I really get out and weed eat, safety goggles, and I do not wear Crocs. I'll at least wear tennis shoes. I got some steel-toe tennis shoes that I'll put on if I'm weed eating everything. Because I've gotten hit. I mean, long pants wouldn't be a bad idea, but it's not the end of the world. Safety first.